Well, I'm bored. What to do? Well, I wish your nephew was here. What would you do if he was there? What I want to do with my nephew is make him eat those words he said to me, along with my betrayal. If you want to kill these ding dong puppies, you should have killed them yourself when you had the chance. And yet, you chose to be a coward, like the commander I once knew. Don't worry, we'll deal with Burnside later, General. Now let's see. I have brought in this Disney Plus because we are going to watch a movie. More like documentary if you want to hear about Pompeii's disasters. I'm looking forward for that. Pompeii sounds like an alcohol I should drink. I don't drink alcohol, whatever that stuff is. It's like poisoning, but for humans. Interesting. I know what alcohol is. I drink that whenever I'm depressed. The Zerg. I know it's disgusting too. Now let's see. So which movie do you want to watch? Let's see. I can think of a few things that relates to a villain. How about Princess and the Frog by any chance? Pass. This one's too cute. And I'm kind of jealous of her. So do I. I know your intentions are taking voices, but if I were you, Ursula, I'd make this so-called Tiana to be silence in your presence. Only Naveen is the king. You're jealous because, unlike most of our enemies, he hasn't. No, but I can still create a sequel according to bargain. And yes, I am jealous, as a matter of fact. Interesting. As I was saying, too cute. How about this Finding Nemo? There is no villain in this movie. I've seen that thousands of times, and I have a score to settle with that monster. So do I. How about Meet the Robinsons? That movie is disgraceful. How can you tell? Well, as far as I can tell, I'm surrounded by idiots. Not only this so-called Wilbur Robinson is crazy, I don't think he is. I think he's right. Always. But his family, on the other hand, are the real nitwits, idiotic, undisciplined, mischievous, and the word is misfits. Tell me about it. They're only rookies. Yes, and I despise them too. Whoever heard of a toy train and a superhero who drives a pizza saucer? And also a guy who does not do nothing but sit on a couch. But at least the robot, on the other hand, is alright. And at least these frogs, on the other hand, they are mutated. And let's see. And who would want a puppet for a wife? That is just despicable. You're out of definitions, insults. All I know is that they're nitwits. Pathetic. Amateurs. I know, aren't they? Not. Alright, how about Chicken Little? That's also the least craziness. An idiotic ripoff. Besides, who would want to watch a pastry? It's poultry. Whatever. Who would want to watch a movie about a little puny pastry and some hairy ripoff? I don't know, but the way they make sound waves kind of reminds me of another alien who hates sounds. Don't disgrace with me. Why don't we just watch a movie where other villains, as in abusers and bullies, get what they deserve? I know just one. I have a close rival at Pixar Studio. You do? Let me guess. Syndrome or Skinner? No, I have other plans for them. In fact, as soon as Skinner arrives, you'll be my head chef. Nice try, but the last chef I heard from Sebastian nearly almost turned him into sushi. Remind me to go to Aunt Cass's restaurant or this cafe, whatever you call it, for a little date. Go on. I don't think Hero would want you near his aunt. We'll see. Besides, we're not here to trespass, just to dine in and then get out afterwards. But which rival do you have in mind? Yeah, who? That locust hopper. What about that insect? I want to crush him. I really hate that guy. I really, really hate him. Whoever heard of grasshoppers controlling a bunch of insects like those ants? That does not make sense. Well, in case you haven't wondered, he's selfish, aggressive, manipulated, over pretenders. Exactly. I despise these pretending games, especially the cloak and the brat. Why, who makes a movie about him anyway? You hate Kylo Ren. Always. He's nothing but a spoiled brat, just like my nephew. No wonder. Don't worry, they'll probably make new Star Wars movies soon. I can guarantee it. But for now, let's watch my little presentation, shall we? Now, let's see. Pixar, and that's where I live. And let's see. No, we're not. Ah, bingo. That was too easy. This will be fun. Now, ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves to watch The Power of Moral. I'm listening. You really hate Hopper, don't you? I hate his guts. And whatever his dealio was, he does not know when to shut up, be silent. And there it is. That's Thumper. Why did he name after this rabbit? More than why did they create his girlfriend after the last rabbit? Not now, and don't compare me. First, let's start out what happens. There's this little girl, Dottie, and there's that, and my arch rival. He tries to feed her, but grasshoppers don't eat ants. Yeah, but what happens if he regrets his decisions? I'll make him suffer. But this time, this Thumper has a taste of his own medicine afterwards. That's why nobody likes a snitch. Good riddance. Not yet. And let's see what happens when we give that idiot Hopper a taste of his own medicine as well. They should have devoured him when they had the chance. They don't have time to do it. And this time, Big Bird over here is going to snack him and teach him a lesson about breaking the balance of nature. Really. And I have to admit, good work, Flick. Now, Birdie, kill him. That's right, snatch him. Do the same thing that he did to this little girl earlier. Kill him now. That's right, Chip and Dale. Do it. Do it immediately. Do it. Do it. Bingo, he's out of the picture. Now that's an echoing reference. For a villain, you know about honor. Always. I don't have time to overaggress. And let them enjoy paradise while it can. Besides, I have no use for any of them. My only target is just Lightyear. Me too. You know, as my brother always say, we're all connected to the great circle of life and death. And Hopper, on the other hand, chose death. Precisely. Remind me when we see him, I'm going to sell his soul to me. And since he keeps making up conversation, he tries to get his way, I'm going to steal his voice. And I am already stealing his antenna for one of his DNA essence. And this time he'll stay quiet under my presence, and he'll learn some respect whether he likes it or not. Of course. That's what it's all about. Show me the monster. What monster? Cuda. Are you... Alright, fine. I'll do it. Let me just hold on a sec. Now, this will take a while, gentlemen and lady, in case you haven't noticed. Wait, where's Maleficent? Oh, she went on an errand. Probably looking for a mattress. I see why. But Zerg, he asked, why a mattress? Because that's what she does. She puts people to sleep. Ugh. Excuse me, I think I swallowed a cockroach termite in my throat. I thought your nephew eats those stuff. No, he doesn't. It's his pathetic pig friend backside he does it. All right. Let me think. Now let's see. Let me get down the scroll, and there it is. Show me the monster. Oh, if it isn't my favorite prey, I wish Nemo should be my newest nemesis. Actually, he is, as long as we're in his path. You can never cross, of course. And here's a fun fact. I created him. No, you didn't. Your actor is your voice and the maker of him. I'm just saying that in case I make a twist. That's right. I created Nemo. I am his father as Andrew Stanton. That's my true name. Really? Yeah, you're Stanton, and I'm Josh. Really? Well, show me the abomination. There are these two lovebirds, and there he is. I hate that creature. Why did he even brought this monster up for? It's been like 2 decades, and yet nobody has made a third sequence. And if he thinks he can show up and do nothing but attack, he's barely mistaken. And the worst part is, since he lived to realize it, he didn't live to tell the truth. I say we get into this Pixar studio and rewrite the script. How about let's do a third sequence, General? And I feel sorry for him, even though his life is miserable as always. And later his arrogance only led to one path, getting kidnapped, and he didn't tell his son the truth. Ever. And this is what happens in the future when he doesn't tell. These divers have came to abduct them. And his first day of school was his last. Why even bring that up for? Fishes don't go to school. Really? More than lions don't eat insects or even make assemblies. Only to you, however. Actually, you think fishes don't have schools? What about Atlantica? They don't have kingdoms or concerts, do they? Apparently they do, only where I come from. Ursula, you and your Atlantics. And let's see what happens when he's reunited. This is the same scene, and yet there's still no sign of Barracuda. You know, this kind of reminds me from Roger Rabbit, as a matter of fact. You know this rodent? Well, not really, but we do have a connection, as a matter of fact. Let's just say Cuda is like Judge Doom. They're both mysterious villains, murderers, actually. Whatever. And then at the end, they're never seen again. Except, unlike Cuda, Doom has already met his doom. But yet, this mysterious assassin is still out there, waiting to strike. I'm surrounded by misfits with no sense of morals. Of course you don't. Anyway, let's get down to business, shall we? At the end, they are always reunited. So now what? Does this mean this Dory character is now his mother? Stepmother, technically speaking. I can live with that. Since Alicia has dated lots of people until he met one. I can't understand people these days. Your girlfriend has fell in love with a scientist who happens to be a female. Yes. Is there a problem? Oh, nothing. It's just that's not how life works in the Pride Lands. We need a mate, not a twist. Otherwise, it's that warthog and meerkat who made a big mistake of their lives. Are you saying that they have a body language where that comes from? Maybe. Well, that's everything. Especially Hopper's reign of terror. Now let's see. What do you want to do tomorrow? Don't start that. Please. Well, tomorrow we should consider a heist. What I think is we should invade the Pixar studio and make an interrogation. Good idea, General. Anytime, Emperor. When we get there, we're going to force them under two conditions. One, I want my own Pixar short film. You talk like the girl who really wants some. Not now, Ursula, and don't make any references. Sorry. And you want your own short film? Yes. But this time it takes place before Lightyear has encounter with his cowboy friend. You want Buzz to meet with Woody afterwards? Yes. Fine by me. On one thought, you need your Cyclops to be in your lead. Very well. But they have to be defeated one at a time. And second, they have like 1 year to make Finding Marlin, or else. Or else what? You're going to destroy or kill other actors and destroy all the future projects before this one is almost developed. That's the idea. I forbid them to premiere any future Pixar movies until this one is done. Besides, it's payback. And yet, I can't tell whether we're villains or anti-heroes at the same time. Either way, or let's just say ever since Cruella and Maleficent came out, you might as well realize that villains will turn to heroes at the end. But I wonder what I would have if I get an origin story of my own. That's the idea, except it's more like her story than yours. Really. Well, that's all for today.